There are three things that are pertinent when it comes to God. Your prosperity, your good health, and your spiritual life. It is very, very common for us to get too spiritual with God and forget our health. It is also very, very important that we focus on other things concerning our finances and prosperity as well. A lot of us are spiritually high, but we are a lot of times health poor and a lot of times financially poor. So a lot of us come out as with financial kwashoko, health kwashoko, but meanwhile we can kabash for the whole of Africa. One of my mentors said something to me. He said, decisions make men, and that is Mike Murdoch. If you are going to succeed or you don't succeed, it's traceable to the decisions you make. Decisions make men. Now, with that as a particular example, I want to start with when the decision started. Now, when a child is to be born, during copulation, the husband, the male, releases 200 billion sperm cells into the woman. And when you look at it as sperm cells, every potential sperm cell is a human being. So when you see the lower picture in black, those are sperm cells. But the one on the right are human beings. So when a man releases spermatozoa in a woman, it actually releases a whole country into her. Now, a whole country is that one sperm cell that ovulates the egg is actually one child. Now, in that particular instance, there is a battle for life. Now, what it means is that there's only one winner that will survive. Every other person will die. Every single person that is here, you went for war. You did not have legs, you did not have hands, you did not have light, you did not have iPad, you did not have a BlackBerry, you didn't have any single thing. But yet you were able to find where the egg was and you hit the bullseye, like my sister said. Now, the meaning of this is that a kind of genocide happened where millions, 199 million other potential human beings died. So when you came out to this world, you came out as a winner. You came out as somebody who was a fighter. You came out as somebody who was on top. So if anybody tells you that you cannot make it, you cannot become number one, that person is a liar. Because you came out victorious, you came out a winner. Now, scripture says very interestingly that then the Lord formed the man out of the dust of the ground and breathed into him the breath of life, and he became a living being. I have taken time to highlight three particular words, because if you are going to make it happen, those three particular words will change everything in your life. The first one is form. Now, when you check the word form means that, let's say if you want to form this table, you are going to get the wood and cut it into shape. So what happens is that when forming is to take place, you are going to cut certain things out of your life. You are going to cut it in a particular pattern. The chair you are sitting was formed. The table you are sitting was formed. So they had to outline it. If you are going to make it happen in 2020, there are certain parts of your life you need to form. There are things you need to upgrade in your life, and there are things you need to cut away in your life. And this will only come out through effective training. You need to be deliberate about it. And let me tell you one thing about training. Training is not very sweet. Your muscles will only grow, will not grow until the pain appears. Any one of you that goes into training or goes into jogging, your muscles will not change until pain. So the proof of growth in your life is pain. If there is no pain, there is no gain. So don't let anybody deceive you that it's going to be easy for you. The second thing to note is vision. When breathing into a man, you lay the vision into the person. When God was breathing into a man, he laid the vision of land, of sea, and of the air. And he breathed into man. So when breathing into man is done, vision is clearer. Vision becomes very, very open. You tell the person what the end point is. You are able to express the whole thing into it. You do not start a project, you do not start 2020 without a clear vision. And I dare say that logo which you see of Mercedes-Benz, what it means is that they build engines for for machines in the air, machines in the land, and machines at sea. So anytime you see a Mercedes-Benz logo, that is what it means, that they are there to dominate air, land, and sea. When you wake up, what moves you? What inspires you? What takes you to the next level? When the vision is clear, direction is easy. Habakkuk 2:2 says, then the Lord replied, write down the vision and make it plain upon tablets so that a herald may run with it. Now, if you are going to succeed, you need to get very, very friendly with journals. You need to write things down. Henry Ford says that the shortest pencil is better than the longest memory. Your poverty is traceable to your lack of writing. If you are not succeeding, it's because you have refused to write down. Stop using your brain to remember things. Use a journal. Have a journal for success. Have a journal for training. Have a journal for money. Have a journal for business. Have a journal for family. Write things down. Compartmentalize things in your life and stop using your head for remembering things. Write the vision down. It is an instruction. If I see people not writing things down, then I know where your future is, because you are formed by the habits you do every single day. You come and tell me, Mr. King, I have a dream that I'm going to become a billionaire. I have a dream that I'm going to do something. Let me show you about some people. After watching Telemundo, watching Z World, watching all the Nollywood film at night, they begin to see themselves flying in the night and then falling. Then they come for deliverance and saying that I was naked. Somebody should interpret what happens to me. Is it that I'm losing my teeth? Am I failing my exam? What is it? It's traceable to the film you watch. You have tampered with your brain cells, and I will go there a bit. Let me tell you what my cousin said. His name is Dr. Abdul Kalam, the 11th president. He said a dream is not what you see when you sleep. A dream is the one that will not allow you sleep. If you can sleep, then you don't have a dream. Something must chase you. Something must make your sleep difficult. A dream is not what you see when you sleep. A dream is the one that will not allow you to sleep. I know there are dreamers in this place, and I dare you, allow your dream take over you. So when you combine what I've said in the beginning and you come to the point where you have your mind, you now begin to apply certain things called mind mapping, where you draw things and put a board on your wall. I don't believe any successful man would not have a vision board in his house or have something that he can see. In one picture, write the vision down so he that runneth will see. There is something you must look at. You must be deliberate about 2020. You must be deliberate about success. You must be deliberate about what's happening. Too much pressure. You can come into your house and then the traffic and everybody's on your case. But when you enter in an instance of 10 seconds, you can tell where you are. You can tell where you are. You have to put something before you. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy sight. Thou shalt meditate upon it day and night. There's something you must meditate upon. Day and night to observe to do all that is written therein. Whatever mind mapping is, it will help you with your benefits, with your planning, with your creativity, with your productivity, and with your collaboration. It is important. So it helps you to design how you will put things. And all you need to do is just a board on your wall or a big journal where you put something there. And I said the first one has to do with forming. The second one has to do with vision. And the third one has to do with to become. And he became a living being. He became his process. You don't metamorphose in one day. There is nothing like Indomie success. There is nothing like Indomie miracle. It will take time. It will take exercise. When you take time and exercise, trust is developed. I trust some of you here because I have known you over time. I trust some of you here because we have worked over time. But some of you will be building trust in me because this is my first time. I need to know how you think. I need to know what goes up in your mind, how you behave, how you carry yourself. Because for you to be represented here, that means people are trusting you. When a person is well caught from sufficient training, detailed explanation of the vision is given to him or her, and he applies himself to the control process over time. Such a person is trusted anywhere, and he or she is a brand. Every single one of you here is a brand. Is a big brand. And a sample of a brand is one of my dear cousins. His name is Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos says a brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. You earn reputation by trying to do the hard things. Serving God is not easy. Trust me. It will cost you time. Every single one of us here was born naked. Every single one. So those that have succeeded did not have 2 heads or 20 fingers. Every single one had what it took. Every single one. There are 5 important body parts in your body. If you have these parts in your body, you can become whoever you want to be. Your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, and your hand. The eyes for sight. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight and no vision. There was a brother in this church at a particular transition of my life. I would go to his office. He was selling cars. His name is Victor Okolo. Some of you may know him. He used to sell cars in front of Babbage. 3 months I sat in front of his place. I was looking at water every day. And I will see the vessels that are there with light in them. They will take light on land, but there's light in that boat. And I asked him that, how come there is light in that boat? We will laugh and joke about it. Before I can say, Jack Robin said, I know that they are eating in that place. I know that there are people living in that place. So there's accommodation, there's food, there's diesel walking up in that place. And I said, man, these people are spending money every single day. Fast tracking from them, just looking at water, just imagining what is happening at that water makes me have 4 vessels this year. I have 4 vessels, which I paid cash for it. What do you look at every day affects the decision that we will make. So I deliberately wake up in the morning and I provoke my mind, provoke my eyes. What you wake up, how do you wake up and the first thing you see is Okada riding up and down? How is it that the first thing you see is a woman selling going beans? How do you wake up and the first thing you see is somebody fighting? Mama Nkechi, I will beat you today. What is that? How do you wake up? Something will tamper with your medulla oblongata. What you see determines your decisions. Be careful about what you look at in the morning. If you need to change your wall and put something up there, and so you look at something beautiful. My first 100 million, I put it on the wall there. I looked at it there on the wall there, put it on my ceiling, put it every part of my body, every part of my house. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy sight. Thou shalt meditate upon it day and night. When I was looking at 100 million, I got it. I got it. The next thing you need to do is your ear. What you allow enter your ear goes straight to your brain. And I tell people, and I'm not very spiritual with a lot of things, because success is not spiritual. You need to follow it. I mean, you are too spiritual for success. Because I tell people, if I sing a song here, when the bedu they enter body, somebody say, Mr. King is not holy, but you know the song. But you know the song. If I say shoko, you say, Mr. King, stop it, that's unbelievable, but you know the song. If I say you have 100 billion, it doesn't register because there's nothing in your head there. All these secular songs have found their way through your ear to your head. How come you are not deliberate about putting things that will speak about your success in your head? Yeah? Because they have forced themselves into your head. That is what has registered in your ear. Be careful what you listen to. If you have to close your ear, close it to the outside and be deliberate. 1 hour in the morning, I force things into my head. At night, force things in my head. The most dangerous time and the most productive time of a man is 4:30 to 6 in the morning, and then 10:30 at night to 1 a.m. What you do at that time determines where you stay for the rest of your life. Be careful. The third one is your nose. If you go like this place, some beautiful perfume, smell it. But I dare not, you cannot take a decision in a dumpster. Go there because the smell will be awful. It will be very awful. Be careful what you allow yourself smell, because what you smell affects your decisions. I was by Mike Modoc one day and I used one beautiful perfume and I even bought one for him. He said, King, come to my house just because of the smell. Access. Sometimes somebody will wear Sosorobi and come near you. You tell the person, the Lord bless you. You stay there. Be careful. Some of you have frustrated your destiny by what you smell. Be very careful. Nothing is more memorable than a smell. Nothing is more memorable than a smell. The fourth one is your mouth. Your mouth is where you taste different levels of things. So make sure you eat something good. If you don't eat something good, it can be destructive, because food that you eat affects you. It speaks about the kind of values. If you eat food that is dangerous, that is negative, you become destructive to your body. Let me move because of time. And the last one is your hand, your touch. You can touch something bumpy, something smooth, something hard, something rough, something soft. Now, guess what I said? 5 of those things, all of them feed the mind. You know, your touch, your eyesight, your taste, your ears and your head. 4 of them are in your head, 1 is in your hand. So be careful where you sleep and who you sleep by. Because at a certain point in my life, by 5 o'clock, the first sound I hear Is Allah Akbar. By 6, you hear okay. By 6:30, buy beans here, buy a go. I could tell the time not by my wristwatch, but by what I hear. Be careful where you sleep. It's interesting, right? All those parts feed your conscious mind. Your conscious mind drops it to your subconscious. When it enters your subconscious, it becomes dangerous. Where you are is traceable to your habits. Your habits are traceable to what you allow enter your senses.